You already know what time it is. No Chaser podcast, where we give it to you straight.
No chaser.
Oh, you distinguished man, you. Our podcast has changed a little bit. It's now more focused on regular people doing great things behind the scenes that we would never get a chance to know what they're doing. But we still give it to you a little bit raw, a little bit uncut, but we're a little bit cleaner now. We're distinguished now. I have on my button up today. So, yes, because this man next to me made me put on my button up, and I'm not mad because I'm grown. We're grown.
Yeah, we're grown.
So, next to me is my friend, my guy.
Yes,
His name is Steven Van Patten. Let's give it up for Steven.
Thank you.
He was brave enough to come sit in the chair, so I told him I would make our questions not so hard for him. So, I met Steven here at Drink, and it just goes to show you how, again, when you're sitting next to somebody, you never know who you're sitting next to. And this man has done wonderful things in his community. He's done wonderful things for the planet, for the world, right?
Okay, you're making me sound like one of the Avengers or something.
I mean, listen, you're my vampire avenger. How about that?
Okay, that works.
It works. So, Steven has worked for a plethora of people. To name a couple, he's worked with Tamara Hall.
Tamron.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Tamron Hall. Please, don't take it personal. Larry Wilmore. And currently he works at NBC on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
I know. See, you never know who you're gonna meet. We used to throw back drinks and not look. We sitting here doing the podcast with each other. You never know. So, I will let Steven, this distinguished gentleman next to me, tell you guys a little bit about himself.
Okay. Well, basically, just like I put it on my social media, I am a TV show stage manager by day, a horror writer by night, even though technically I can write whenever. But it's just kind of charming to phrase it that way. Anyway.
And he's distinguished.
So, basically, I don't even, not necessarily sure know where to begin, but I'll just put it like this. I got out of high school, and I went to Brooklyn Tech, right? And so I get out of high school, I went to Brooklyn Tech, and the one thing that I got, my one big takeaway from Brooklyn Tech was I do not want to be an engineer. Oh, that was just way too much. It's way too much. Way too much. Okay. And I have friends from high school who stuck with that and went with that. But okay, so I get out of there, and again, so I'm just this regular skinny black kid from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
And I decided I wanted to give TV and radio a shot.
Okay.
But when I got to the schools that I went to, Kingsborough and then Long Island University.
LIU.
Yeah. When I got to those schools, the radio stations were, in both cases, occupied by less than pleasant individuals. In Kingsborough, it was the IROC Z crowd. Exactly. And
I'm going to stay politically correct today. I'm on my best behavior.
You're on your best behavior.
For now.
For now. And at LIU, it was this weird mix of very aggressive gentlemen.
Yes, they are.
I was also kind of like, yeah, I can't really mess with that. So I ended up in the campus TV station, where I eventually became second in command of the station, and I was like station manager, and I was like, making big decisions and doing all other kinds of stuff.
Skinny black dude.
Right. And then I graduate and nothing. Because in order to really get in there, you need some kind of connect. I didn't get the connect until I just happened to be at a neighbor's Tyson fight. And one of the older women that lived in the building, she was also there, and we got to talking. And and then she, such a goof. And then, so she got me in touch with HBO Downtown Productions.
Okay.
They took me on as a production assistant.
Nice.
And with that, I'm doing teleprompter, and I'm first starting to like meet certain celebrities and things like that. But when you're a production assistant, you're not really meeting them.
Right.
You're just kind of like, you're just in the background if somebody says something to you. I think one particular instant as a production assistant, I had a quick moment with Phyllis Hyman. So what happened is, so I had an accident and I had separated the shoulder. So, I'm in a sling, but I still got to do my job. So I'm carrying this big old stack of tapes, because back then everything wasn't digital. It was like you had tapes and stuff. So I had this big old stack of tapes just as Phyllis Hyman is walking out of the room.
First of all, don't be telling our age like that. But go ahead.
So I dropped the tapes just as Phyllis Hyman is walking by.
Wow.
And she just kind of, majestic, so the headgear and the whole thing. And she's just walking by, and she just says, "Oh, look at the bull in the china shop." And so part of my soul left my body, and then it came back, and it said, "Okay, nigga, pick these tapes up and fix your face, because you know you're a mess right now."
You just flopped in front of Phyllis Hyman.
Oh my God, so bad. So what happened there? So there was a stage manager there by the name of Steve Paley.
Okay.
And Steve, of course, has a long storied history. Now he's currently the person that directs Wild 'N Out.
Oh, okay.
But back then, he was the stage manager for all the stuff that was coming through that space, and he wanted to direct, and he was harassing the hell out of management. I want my shot. I want my shot. I want my shot. He's, we're at lunch every day with the people who are directing for HBO Downtown.
Wow.
So finally, Steve got them to agree to give him a shot as a director, but the question was, well, if you are going to direct, well, who the hell is going to stage manage? He pointed at me, and he had been talking to me about it and everything else like that. So that's really how that started.
Wow. We talked the other day about he had a podcast or was doing a podcast. And the name of the podcast, because I deep dive, and I wanted to ask him why he chose this name, and I told him to wait till we get on here to explain why he chose the name of this podcast. So the podcast was called Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans.
Right. Okay.
What was the concept of that?
Well, so first of all, the way Beef, Wine, Shenanigans came about is, so I joined the Horror Writers Association in 2013.
Okay.
And when I got there, there was one other African American. That person was named Mark Abbott. You see each other, you give each other the black person nod.
Y'all know it.
And then we went on with what the New York chapter of the Horror Writers Association was supposed to be. Then, of course, we had a sidebar. In the sidebar, we were very like-minded individuals.
Distinguished.
Both of us, thanks. Both of us trying to make some headway in the horror writers game. And then I brought in another gentleman from my TV life by the name of Kirk Johnson.
Okay.
So when I met Kirk, I was actually on set for one of those Love and Hip Hop reunion things. So I bring in Kirk. So Kirk and I meet in a production sense.
Okay.
At the time, I want to say he was like a facilities manager for NEP. and that's the studio where they were shooting this particular Love and Hip Hop thing. Just one of the first ones. I think it was Joe Budden or somebody. I don't know. But anyway, we met that way, and then he was talking to somebody else, a mutual friend of ours, and he was talking about how he was trying to get his writing thing together, and that person was like, well, wait, don't you know Steven Van Patten? And he's like, yeah. He's like, you know, this dude writes vampire novels and all this stuff and da-da-da-da.
And we're going to get into that too.
And he was like, no. And then he tracks me down. So now we're vibing. So I'm vibing over here with him. I'm vibing over here with Mark. And then I said to myself, okay, let's put this all together. So I get the three of us together. So it's the three of us. And it was kind of like, you know, Voltron coming together. You know, we were like, yeah, well, maybe we should give this podcasting thing a shot, with the idea in mind that this was literally just going to be middle-aged black men talking horror and science fiction.
How many middle-aged black men talk science and horror?
I don't know. But we figured we'd give it a shot.
High five.
And then Trump got elected. So it became talking about that stuff, but it also it turned into other things. Some days it was more of a group therapy session than anything else, especially at the height of COVID. You know, there were times we were even getting emotional. Like,
you was getting emotional?
When Chadwick, believe it or not, when Chadwick Boseman passed away.
Oh, that was a rough one, man.
That was a gut punch.
That was a gut punch.
That was a gut punch. There was another instance where we actually had a guest, Hillary Burton.
Okay.
Who you might remember from One Tree Hill. So we know each other because she used to be a VJ.
Okay.
So I got her to come on. I actually had a few VJs come on. Not, you know, Carson or anybody like that. But
I'm not going to bring that up either.
No, there's really nothing to bring up. It's just that, you know, Carson's big. He's the only one that's still kind of a big deal. You know, right. And everybody else, like, they've had to figure out other things.
Subliminals.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, it's not like Hillary isn't a very successful actress in the whole nine.
Right.
And she's married to Jeffrey Dean Morgan from Walking Dead.
Okay.
So she's doing great. But she's, you know, I can call her a friend.
Oh, okay.
So we got her on around the time that we were talking about education. Now, the thing is, Mark, during the day, he's a school teacher. So those two got into a really heartfelt conversation about the direction of education in the world and all this other stuff.
And this was during COVID?
And this was during COVID.
Was there really education during COVID? Okay,
well,
let me stay on task.
It was the lack thereof.
There was none. Like, right. You know what I was saying to myself during COVID? Like, I worked with kids for a substantial amount of years. And I was saying to the ones that had like the food insecurities where like they had to go to school because that's how they ate.
Yeah.
You know, like what were they going through? And like and even to take it further and not to like you had to think about it, like the kids who were home and didn't have anything to eat and like the abuse that was going on during that time was crazy. So you think like, was there really education during COVID? But that's neither here nor there because we can go down that rabbit hole and I don't want to. I'm trying to stay on task. Okay, so let's talk about, he's written how many series for, you've done Serial Killer.
I currently have Killer Genius 1, She Kills Because She Cares, Killer Genius 2, Attack of the Gym Rats.
Wait, hold on. Killer Genius, She Kills Because She Cares.
Yeah.
That's some shit.
So there's that. there's the sequel, Killer Genius 2, Attack of the Gym Rats, and those all, the synopsis there is a hyper-intelligent black woman who is a socially conscious serial killer. Why? I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So, I am a fan of the Hannibal Lecter series.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay.
Hannibal, Red Dragon. That's the first episode. I mean, that's the first installment.
Right, the
actually.
Red Dragon, yeah.
I'm a fan of that.
Okay.
But I'm also conscious of the fact that both in real life and in fiction, your white male serial killer gets away with a lot of stuff because supposedly they're so smart and they're so so much charisma, or riz as the kids would say.
Cat.
And and normally if there's any kind of depiction of one of us being somebody that's got a lot of bodies on them, it's either through the drug game or it's the very typical this motherfucker cheated on me and da 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 da.
Right.
So I wanted to change the paradigm.
Okay.
And make it about stuff that an angry black woman would very skillfully handle in a serial killer space.
Now, see, I would probably do little slits in your arm and put lemon juice in there and sew your eyelids shut and give you sleeping pills.
See, that's very creative. That's very creative, but it's also time consuming, which we've seen in the movie Seven.
Yes.
But
he said it's time. You got, wait a minute. You got a faster way? Do time.
Well, it would be faster than that. Oh. What you just described.
Oh. I'm here for it.
But the thing is, what I also did to kind of distinguish her from other serial killers is I give her multiple ways of doing things. Like, I have her doing stuff like drone attacks are like her favorite.
Wait, what's her name?
Kendra.
Okay, that is the blackest. Okay.
Kendra Wilson. Yes. This is
Kendra. Shout out to Kendra Wilson, because she making people die on her time. Go.
I've had her do everything from put on a disguise and seduce somebody.
Wow.
To attack a bunch of people through a satellite.
Through a satellite?
Yeah, like a little laser blast from outer space. But it's a government thing and she hacks into it. She's a master hacker.
Wow. So she's just...
And there's a rapper she kills. And she does it, I'm not even going to tell you how. But it's one of my more creative, I think, one of my more creative kills that I've ever written.
Wait, I'm amazed at the kill.
And
Murder,
it
death,
happens,
kill.
And it actually happens during a live broadcast of my little universe's fake version of 106 in Park.
Wow.
So she kills a dude on air.
Wow. And what's the name of this book?
That's Killer Genius. She kills because she cares.
So, I'm going to say it again. Where can you find this book at, Steven?
You can actually order it off of Amazon, or you can get it from www.laughingblackvampire.com.
Wait, did you see how distinguished he said that? .com. I tell you, he's a distinguished man. This is I'm sorry. I'm going to read that because, wow, just to see how many kills she has and her rapper 106 in Park. Okay. We're going to get to that. So that's the serial killer, right? Mm-hmm. But you also do vampire books.
I do.
Okay. So, may I?
So, okay, let's talk about this real quick. So, I am a member of an artistic fraternity.
Okay.
Gamma Xi-Fi. It's not a Divine Nine or anything like that. But basically, they approached me to join because of my various artistic ventures, so to speak. So one thing that they do is they like to do something for Suicide Awareness Month, which is September. And them asking me kind of reminded me of a really bad day. I was working on this one particular show, and I was really not feeling so great.
Yes, we talked about this.
And we talked about this.
Yes, we did.
And I tell the story as part of the intro to this. And basically, I was really tempted to throw myself out of a window.
Yes. On what floor?
It's probably 30 something.
30 something.
Oh yeah, there would have been no coming back from that. So, and actually the only thing that snapped me out of it was then my co-stage manager for that particular show. She shows up and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I came out of it. But to be honest, I was going through a really bad time on this particular show. And I mean, I was drinking so much that I was actually 20 pounds heavier than I am now.
Wow.
That's how crazy it was. And when they finally let me and the rest of the control room staff go from that show, yes, there was the worry about, well, where's the paycheck coming from? But the darkness
was off of you.
Yeah, the cloud that had come with that show was gone. And then eventually I got picked up on something else, and then everything's been
Thank God, because he told me who it was, and I was like, okay, but so may I?
Yes. So the other part of this is, so what I did was I asked various members of the Horror Writers Association to donate stories.
Nice.
And I didn't have to pay them a dime. Normally you got to pay people for this kind of stuff. They all donated, a bunch of them donated stories. I have a story in here as well.
Yes.
The proceeds to the sales from this do go to a suicide awareness organization. And, I named it, to be clever, I named it SVP's Little Black Book of Terror. And I put myself on the cover because people for some reason, people like messing with me on Photoshop.
Okay.
So dude just randomly did this, and I was like, all right,
it's a cool cover.
I guess I got my cover.
I mean, it's a cool cover.
But yeah, I brought this one for you.
Aw.
So.
May I?
Please.
I'm going to read this. I'm looking forward.
And it'll be fun because through this, you will meet a bunch of different Black horror writers.
Okay. I'm here for it, but
I mean, some of my Caucasian friends also jumped in, so big shout out to them.
Come on.
But
I said I was going to stay politically correct today. Who was a joy, a pleasure to work with when you had the chance to?
Well, there's a few. I'd say Whoopi Goldberg is number one on that list.
Okay.
The reason I got that gig in the first place was because there was a change of directors.
Okay.
And now the woman that currently, she's still there. So her thought was to have me come in on Fridays because, and here's a little generational wealth situation for you, right? So
I love those.
The gentleman who pretty much probably opened the door for Barbara Walters when she first walked in and started doing the show, the guy that's been there stage managing since day one, decided he wanted Fridays off.
I mean, listen.
No. But listen what I'm saying, because there was some very specific reasons. One, he wanted some family time.
Right, as that he should.
And then, here's the best part. He has an alpaca farm.
An alpaca farm.
An alpaca farm. He showed me video of it. It looks like outtakes from a Disney alpaca movie.
Sorry.
And
alpaca.
He has an alpaca farm. So, he needs Fridays off. Now, Whoopi doesn't always work on Fridays. that comes into play as we move forward. So,
Okay.
and it was,
Clock the T, bitch.
but sometimes she's there.
Okay.
And so one thing I didn't realize, now Whoopi knows me from I want to say some random thing. It might have been that one time that they brought Graham Norton, the comedian from England. They brought him in to do a game show, Would You Rather? They brought him to New York to shoot that.
Right.
And I was lucky enough to get that particular gig. So in that course, I'm dealing with Norton, dealing with Whoopi, I'm dealing with Stanley Tucci, a few other people.
Wow.
And it was a great experience. And Whoopi never forgot me. Probably because when, to be fair, there's not a lot of fucking black stage managers.
There's not a lot of black motherfuckers that work in the, go ahead.
So every time Whoopi ran into me, there'd be some love and whatever. And then when I popped up covering these Fridays, she's like, oh, okay.
Of course I'm gonna come now.
Right. So, but usually she wasn't there for Fridays. So I've got Joy Behar, and we have, the thing with the showing of signs and the trying to get her to go to commercial and all that and whatever. But then this one day, Whoopi comes in, and what I didn't know is that my friend with the alpaca farm normally is on one side of the camera, and I was thinking that didn't make any sense. Because if you look at the desk, you've seen the view, you know what the desk looks like.
Right. It's
now,
kinda
there's
like
cameras all over.
Okay.
And then
There's a lot of people traveling today, huh?
And I'm thinking, I know, right? And I'm thinking that if this is Whoopi's cameraman, right? I should be on this side of that camera.
Right.
Because if I'm on this side,
Right.
I might end up encroaching into the shot of Meghan McCain.
Okay.
So I'm over here, not realizing that my friend with the alpaca farm, even though he is a bigger man than me, manages to be on that side. So, Whoopi finally realizes, one, homeboy's not there. Two, I'm the one that's giving her the rap, right?
Yeah.
So, she says, because I guess she's surprised to see me, first of all.
Right.
And then she says, are you trying to get me to throw the break? And I'm like, yes.
Yes, I am, Miss Goldberg. Yes, I am.
So, Meghan McCain gets all indignant
Oh, well.
and starts roasting me. Again, this is on air. Like, my phone starts ringing
What?
because people are home and they're seeing this. Meghan McCain starts to blast me. You don't do this. Da, 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 da.
Well, bitch, don't be saying that to my friend like that.
Easy. So, still on air, Whoopi stops her. Hey, that's my friend,
Wow.
and such and such, and some other things. And then she throws the break.
Wow.
Now, we had a producer, in my time there was this producer, Candy Carter.
Okay.
I love her to death. And first of all, when I tell you that part of being a stage manager is just having a thick skin, and if talent wiles out on you, you just have to kind of take it.
That was going to be my next question, but we can leave
Candy
into that.
Carter storms out of the control room, goes right to Meghan McCain, and makes her apologize to me.
Wow.
I have been at this for over 30 years. I can still
Right.
count on one hand and still have fingers left how many times talent has actually apologized to me.
Wow. That's crazy.
And then it was funny because then after that, like, Megan got a sense of, my nerd vibe. Like, I would wear certain t-shirts or whatever. And she, noticed that I'm either wearing a horror thing or a superhero thing or whatever. And she's like, one day she just kind of said, my husband would probably love to talk to you. And I'm like, no, your husband's not gonna like me.
No, he's very crass, but I love it.
He's not.
But he's being modest. We're two sarcastic people together, and sometimes it can get overwhelming. But again, I'm on my best behavior because I have my button up on today, and I look distinguished.
Yes, you do.
Thank you, sir.
So that's the,
That's kind of dope, though. And like, wow, whoopee though. Yeah, that's
Yes.
what's up. I already know. So, I love music and I love film and I love TV. But I feel like, again, the younger generation has no idea how to get plugged into things or like what you're doing. So how is a way to get them plugged in to see, like, come on in here. Come on. Thank you. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Well, here's the thing. TV is not an easy get. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that it's always changing.
Yes.
And I gotta be honest, as much as I would love to be able to say I could pull a kid aside, maybe mentor the kid in a little, and then send him out there into the world kind of thing. Truthfully, in a few years, I don't even know if half the infrastructure that we currently possess
It's gonna be here.
is even gonna be here.
Right.
And the one thing I don't want to do is I don't want to be somebody who's telling a kid something only for that information to be obsolete down the line.
Yeah.
And that is a serious problem.
It
And
is.
that's frankly why they're all, if you look at kids now, like unfortunately, because our kids don't get the exposure,
Right.
they don't, it's like you don't know to aspire to something if you don't know it exists.
Exactly.
Prime example. This is going back a ways. I'm actually stage managing in what was Nassau Coliseum.
Okay.
It was a hockey game.
Okay.
One of the things I used to do is I used to babysit the away team announcers at Islanders games. And it's not a big deal. It's literally, they're calling a game and I'm handing in like the copy for Aflac trivia question of the day or something like that. I'm I'm making sure they know when they have, when there's timeouts, when they're throwing a break and all that shit, right? But what a lot of people don't know is that when you are listening to your favorite sportscasters, or even the ones you hate, there is a stats person at the other end of the table that is making sure when that person is saying, oh yeah, this person's point average, or this person's this and this, like all of that shit is double checked.
Okay.
Between the headset, whoever's talking to them over the headset, and the stats kid, that's what makes those people look like they're on point.
Wow. Okay.
And that was the first time because I had done some games before, but that was the first time I really looked at what this guy was doing. And he has a whole computer thing, and he's doing all this, and he's writing this stuff on the cards and handing it in, and it hit me that day. Wow, there somewhere out there is some little guy who maybe loves sports, maybe for whatever reason, for whatever physical limits can't play, but loves sports,
Right.
is good with math,
Right.
does not know that job exists.
Right.
And that, like honestly, if I knew a kid that was like just eating up sports like that, I'd probably send them in that direction.
Okay.
But like for me, I don't know what's going to be around and what's not going to be around, because everything now
It's in your phone. Yeah.
And people are starting to shoot for what's in the phone.
Yeah.
You know, except for your Christopher Nolans,
Right.
who are given these massive budgets to create these spectacular movies. Like, I mean, the good thing is those things still make money.
Right. But
just in this past year, we've seen Sherry go away.
yeah.
We've seen Kelly Clarkson go away.
Yeah.
Seth Meyers last year had to cut the band.
Yeah.
You know, all this stuff is happening, and it's not great.
Right.
So, you know, is the traditional talk show still going to exist?
And that leads into one of my other questions: the climate of like today, and what's going on in television, radio, that speaks volumes. Because what is television and radio going to look like 2 years from now?
Well, I look at podcasting as the evolution of radio, because radio started hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
I mean, outside of Charlemagne the God and a few other people, and I mean, there are still some radio stations that are doing their thing. My good friend Helen Little,
Okay.
she still does the soft rock, I want to say mid morning shift at Light FM. And I give
like
her
Light
shit.
FM.
And I give her shit because after a certain time, it's all Christmas music.
Wait,
It's
really?
Yeah,
like
Light
right
FM,
now?
Not now.
Oh, I was about to
I'm
say,
saying
like,
a certain
right
time
now.
In the year. After a certain time in the year, like I want to say it's probably like around Thanksgiving. They go to all Christmas music.
That's crazy.
So every once in a while, I'll call, hey Helen, how you holding up?
How's that Christmas stuff going for you?
Christmas thing going.
Jingle bell, jingle bell,
But, I
jingle
mean,
bell rock.
She's fine. She's making her dough. She's winning awards because she's another veteran, pioneer type person. You know, and that's great. But what's happening with a lot of other people, as we're winning Emmys, we're doing this and we're doing that, but at the same time, you can't eat an Emmy.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
you know, the thing is, the business model still has to remain viable.
Right.
You know, and then now, on top of everything else, with, you know, we have a president that has issues with being made fun of on late night television.
I'm trying not to go there. I got on my button up today. I told you I was not going to. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
I'm distinguished today.
You asked. The reason I brought
I
it up
did.
is because you asked how television is morphing.
But I know, and yes, it's because
And
of him.
Stephen Colbert
Oh,
going away
okay. Let me tell
is
you.
part of that scenario.
Can I tell you one thing?
Please.
When, like, I don't watch late night TV because I'm supposed to be in bed by 11.
Sure, let's go.
Because,
with
you
that.
know, let's go with that. That's the truth, and I'm gonna stick to it. But it's one show that I would watch after the news, and it was Stephen Colbert. He was hilarious. He was upfront. He was unfiltered. He was no chaser. And when he said he had to go, I knew why he had to go, and I was so pissed. Because I was like, here goes the end of freedom of speech, censorship, and just because you can say what you want to say, but if somebody else says it, it's a problem. And when that becomes the issue, then there's the bigger problem in itself. So, yeah.
So right now, I don't think the other shows are in any immediate danger.
Okay.
There's always a threat looming, but you know, I think right now the volcano god has been satisfied with the sacrifice
With the sacrifices
of Colbert.
and that's right.
You know,
Because he was trying to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel too, right?
He was trying to get rid of all of them.
I mean, how you try to get rid of Kimmel? Like
And-
Jimmy Kimmel, bro?
But
Like, he's one of the
Kimmel
realest-
comes at him too.
And he's one of the realest ones besides Stephen Colbert.
My boss comes at him too.
Yeah, he does.
I have a question.
Okay.
Right now you're doing television.
Mm-hmm.
In about 3 years, do you still see yourself doing television?
3 years.
Good question.
That kind of depends. So my guy is on contract till 2028.
Okay.
So
that's 2 years, right?
Right. And if he decides to continue to rock, I will continue. As long as I can still walk, I will still go get that check.
You
That's
better.
fine. If other things come into play, and in either way, my retirement plan.
First of all, he has a retirement plan. Black people, we need to do that more.
More.
Continue.
True. But my retirement plan is for this literary thing that I've been working on.
Right.
To get to the point where when television finally folds up and okay, it's now just going to be reality TV shows and TikTok videos, and that's going to be all it's going to be, you know, the little trending dances and whatever the fuck. And all that stuff you don't need professional cameramen and stage managers and big time producers and showrunners. When that day comes, I just want to be somewhere in a nice little isolated little house somewhere with lots of,
With his alpaca.
no, I'm not getting alpacas. I will get a dog that kills anything that looks at me funny. I'm with that.
I'm with that too. Go ahead.
And you know, maybe a gun or two, and then that's how I very peacefully live my retirement.
That's dope.
That's the vision. We'll see what happens.
That's dope. That's dope. So, again, the podcast has changed a little bit. I would normally ask, what was your drunkest moment? And what was your highest moment? But
I could do drunkest moment.
Excuse me. I was okay.
Alcohol and I are very old friends.
Yes.
It's through
Actually,
it's through the miracles of alcohol
that
consumption
you and
that I met you. So
So I guess for today, moving forward.
here's the drunk story.
Wait for this one.
There was the MTV folks back in the day. We had our little watering hole called the Joshua Tree. All right? So there were a bunch of us there in the Joshua Tree. And obviously, if you're like a friendly bunch and everybody's drinking, you're going to make friends outside of your little circle. So one of these gentlemen who kind of took a shine to all of us for different reasons, like he immediately latched on to my friend Mark, because Mark was one of those cats that could recite like sports stats like off the top, like he could tell you like Pete Rose's batting average from '74 or some crazy shit like that. No, Mark was with it.
Okay.
And he would win people over. He'd have all kinds of debates and all that other stuff. It's not that serious for me, even though Mark and I were great friends. You know, I'm just there to have, you know, a few drinks and watch a good competitive sporting event. I'm not going to remember this shit after the fact. I'm really not. That's just not. I have between.
He's not going to retain that, guys.
Right, because between Marvel Universe, DC Universe,
exactly,
horror
that's his
movies,
niche.
Science fiction.
That is his niche.
How many times did Ripley say da 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 da? You know,
Believe
it's
it
like,
or not, right?
Right. You know, it's like that's my wheelhouse.
Yes.
That's who I am.
Yes.
But I can still hang out with the fellas and drink and cheer the Yankees and
I mean, he's done that with me a couple of times.
I
so.
totally have.
But he didn't retain it because the next day I'd be like, how'd you like that game? He was like, what game are you talking about? So go ahead, Steve.
Well, a lot of games. Got to be specific. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and like I said, Andy was not an MTV employee at all. It was actually a little questionable as to what exactly he was or did, and there was all kinds of weird little
it was just a
rumors and
mystery
whatever.
man.
Very much. He liked me because somebody said, "Oh yeah, well, you know, Steve's a big horror movie buff and da 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 da." And here he comes. Oh, really? Big horror movie expert. I bet you can't tell me the name of the vampire from the Night Stalker movie.
And
I
you
was
told
like,
him.
You mean Janos Skorzeny?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "Buy this man a drink." All right. So he would just pop. He was like a guest star, so to speak. He just popped in every once in a while. Hey guys, how you doing? But not like that, because he was actually kind of
A weirdo?
no.
Okay.
No, he wasn't a weirdo. He was actually very. Let's just say he's very, very masculine man.
He was one of those.
Right.
Copy.
So he comes in one night with a gentleman that looks vaguely familiar, but I'm not quite putting it together, and I'm just saying hi, and I'm just going on with my usual conversations. And then I realized everybody else from my crew has pulled a full Irish exit.
Damn.
And now it's just, and because if you're gonna stay, as I soon
You should.
realized, Andy is going to just keep buying drinks.
Oh, damn.
So now I'm there with maybe a couple of other people and just Andy and this mystery friend.
Hi, mystery friend.
And so I start doing the thing where you're trying to finish your drink and then start saying goodbyes.
Oh, wow.
But then I keep turning back to the glass and the glass is filled. This goes on about 2 more times.
No.
And it's a Joshua tree. And, you know, so I'm friends with the people that work there.
Right.
I remember the bartender that night was Eric. I'm looking at Eric like,
What the hell is going on?
and he does this. He points at Moffat and he's like, he said, keep giving you beer. Like, God damn it. So now I have this what had to have been at least 6? The 6th beer at this point.
Oh, my God.
And now I'm like, hey Andy, how you? So now I'm making small talk with Andy so I can build up to saying goodbye.
I gotta go, bro. You're
Right?
doing too much, my guy.
And then that's when he introduces
Oh.
Angel to me.
Oh, wait, hold on. This.
And that is when I realized, I mean, he may have said something and kind of clued it in, but basically I realized that this person played Skank in The Crow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
So, as you can imagine, I'm a fan of that movie.
Oh, wow.
So
You stayed.
I stayed.
You better have stayed.
I stayed. We talked a little bit about Brandon Lee and how a nice guy he was, and on and on and on and on and on. When I tell you that I just made it to the toilet in my apartment that night, I just made it.
At the nick of time.
Just made it.
Oh, my God.
Just made it. Just made it.
Like, damn. It's worth, well,
Did
wow.
you want the high story too, or
No, we
You don't
don't.
want the high story, all right.
I mean, I didn't even know you smoked. Did you smoke?
I don't smoke on a regular basis, which is probably why.
Huh, now I gotta know.
happened
Now I gotta know. I gotta know. Go.
Okay, this is another MTV thing. So, New Year's Eve
Okay.
is my birthday.
Really?
Yes, that's not exactly a great thing, but
No, it's not. But yes, it is.
which is why.
But you are here.
Well, yes.
Which made it a beautiful thing.
But yes. So, it not being a great birthday time
Right.
is why whenever New Year's Eve, whenever MTV had a New Year's Eve show, I would just work the show.
Okay.
Because whatever. I'm making money.
Right. Make money. It's my birthday. Why
It's my
not?
birthday, why not? There was this one night, this one New Year's Eve show, where we were all divided up almost exactly as to who was going to be with who. So there was one very specific person that was with Carson. There was one very specific person who was over here. And my assignment that night, out of the 4 or 5 locations that they pinged back and forth through, my assignment was to be in the World, which was, I think now it's a Hard Rock, but at the time it was called the World.
Okay.
And my talent is Tech Money and Exhibit. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. Not a hard night per se.
No, I'm not at all.
Because tech was great.
Right.
I mean, I was never a cast on the show. I never got in a real world type argument with that motherfucker, you know.
Right.
So for me, he was good. He was all good.
Okay.
He finds out it's my birthday.
Uh-oh.
So in a commercial break, he drags me on stage. I'm like, what are you doing? Drags me out, gets on the mic and says, yo, I want y'all to give my man Steven a happy birthday. Ah! Whole place is going crazy, right? And I'm like, oh boy, wow, okay, fantastic. But that happens, and then I go back doing my job. Now it's time. We've gotten to the end of the show, and now it's time for Exhibit to perform. So I go back to these dudes' green room. I'm like, hey guys,
Here it comes, y'all.
time to perform. You know, time to go. So half of his entourage is literally like, yo man, it's your birthday? And I'm like, yeah, it's my birthday. So one of them comes up with a blunt.
Oh, wow.
He's like, yo, my man, hit this, man. And I'm like, dude, I'm working. I'm like, yo, hit this. Like, he about to beat my ass. So I'm like, all right, fine, Jesus Christ. So I take a couple of hits. Bang, bang. I give him back his shit. They go out on stage and they start performing. About 60 seconds into that, the world just like it's almost like I'm on a pirate ship. I'm like, wow. And that was actually the night that I learned that whatever my friends in high school and college were smoking, that shit was garbage.
It was trash.
That shit was garbage because I always used to tell them, you know, this ain't doing nothing for me. This isn't. This isn't doing anything for me.
Right.
And then that's probably why I never really got attached to weed after that.
Wow.
This shit, on the other hand, was scary.
Scary.
Now, show's over, but the police aren't letting people leave. So now, me and the rest of the crew that was assigned on this gig, we're trapped in the bar with all these people. And all I can do, I'm so busy thanking God that the show's over.
Because I'm high as a kite.
I'm higher than giraffe tits at this point. And I don't even know how to handle this. Now, the other thing that they did when they doled out the assignments of who was going to be where that night, they had Liz Patrick, a friend of mine. She's actually the director of Saturday Night Live right now.
Nice.
So it was Liz who directed it, and I'm not going to go through all the names, but it was literally almost every white woman in production management that worked at MTV.
And they were there that night.
They were all there with me.
Oh my God, and you were high.
And I'm high, and it gets worse.
Oh wow. I didn't know it could get any worse.
Because now we all make our way to the bar. They all get their drinks.
You're gonna drink after that?
I was just gonna get a beer. But again, you're trying not to let everybody
know that you're high.
Something's wrong.
As giraffe titties.
So I'm getting this beer. This little white girl in a wheelchair comes up to me.
I'm sorry.
And she's fucked up. And she says to me, "Oh, it's your birthday?" And I'm like, yeah, it's my birthday. Yeah, right. And meanwhile, I got this whole crew behind me. They've already gotten their drinks. And they're like, Steve, come on. And I'm like, I don't want to be rude to a woman in a wheelchair.
Right, that's just rude.
So I'm like, guys, just go ahead.
Right.
I'll catch up.
Right.
Go ahead. Then I turn my attention back to her.
Oh, that was sweet of you,
yes.
Steve.
No. So she's like, "Hey, it's the birthday. Let me give you a birthday kiss." I'm thinking it's just gonna be something on the cheek or whatever. I was like, all right, fine. I lean in. Now, what else is bad about this is, I guess because of the wheelchair situation, she's strong as fuck. She's like G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip, strong, right? And then I lean in, and she hits me square in the lips.
Oh, wow.
And now there's some tongue action.
Oh, no.
And for a hot second, it kind of got good to me. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is. And even in the back of my mind, well, it is your birthday, motherfucker, you know? And then I snap out, like, whoa. So I break the kiss, I kind of push her off. She still got the Kung Fu grip. So I'm trying to get my arm back. I turn around, nobody left. They all saw the whole shit.
Oh, damn.
And they were all looking at me. They've got that sort of like, I don't know who you are face. And they're all like,
how dare you?
how dare you, yes. And I was just like, wow. Fucking California weed, man.
Yes, that's the stink of. So, okay.
So that's the high story.
So I guess I gotta give you. Well, I stopped drinking for a little bit, so like I think I just told some of the worst drunk stories I had, but I will tell you a high story I had, which is kind of funny. Mm-hmm. I was working at this job and it was really stressing me out. Mm-hmm. And my friend had gave me an edible. Now I don't do edibles. I like to smoke. I like flower. So he gave me this edible. He said, Simone, listen, take half of this edible. Don't take the whole thing. I am hard-headed and I don't listen. Fuck that, I'm taking the whole edible. I take the whole edible. I get on the train, on my way to work. I take the whole edible and I'm sitting there and I'm like, The dance a little bit harder. So I get to work and I'm like, my brain is like 2 + 2 is 6. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not 6. What is 2 + 2 again? Oh, it's 4. So for the whole day, I'm just literally high off of this edible, taking the consumers in the wheelchairs and just running around all day and just pushing them around like, yay! Woo! We coloring. They like, Mr. Mo, you really excited today. And I'm like, yep, let's go. Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. They was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah. I was high as a Georgia peach. And that's the first time. The very first time I ever got high off of edible. I was doing extraordinary things that day. I had them coloring. Like, I had people walking. I was like, well, shit, I need to take edibles more often. But then I stopped because I couldn't find another edible that made me get like that. But that was one of my higher stories.
That's one of your higher stories.
It was hilarious because if you could see my face, like running these people around. Like I was an evil genius. But, so yeah, I don't do edibles anymore. I continue to like flower. But that was it was funny to me. And don't take a whole edible. If your friends tell you, take half. Listen to them, especially if it's from California. Please take half. it gets hectic.
Yep.
So, one more question, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
This is the segment where we ask the question, how dare you? Now, we planned for this how dare you moment. You say you had 2 how dare you moments, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna match your 2 how dare you moments.
Okay.
So, you give your first,
Okay.
I'll give mine. You give yours, I'll give mine. I got 2 juicy ones. Go.
Okay.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Distinguished we are today.
The first one I'll give you has to do with a little something that was going on with me. I want to call this probably like 2018.
Okay.
I think that makes sense. Anyway, so Late Night with Seth Meyers. They're planning this big thing in D.C. And part of that was Joe Biden was going to be interviewed and so on, right? And now they have their 2 regular stage managers. But they figured this was going to be a situation where they need at least 3. All right. And it was also, I should also point out, this was actually during a slow month in my freelance life.
Okay.
So I'm definitely doing the gig.
Because you need the money.
Because the rent was due.
And it was renting.
Yeah. So, but I also had plenty of notice.
Okay.
And I had this leather jacket that I wanted to rock specifically for this trip.
Oh, shit.
But there was a little something wrong with the lining. And, hey, so there was a little something wrong with the lining. And I wanted to get it fixed before I'm out there in front of Joe Biden and all these other people, right?
Right.
So there was a spot I used to go to over by where my mom's is on DeKalb. It's like a I used to go there to get my shoes repaired, basically. But then there was also a little tailor, Russian couple.
Okay.
And I'd come in and she'd, oh, Steve, so nice to see you, and and whatever. And and it was a lot like talking to Boris and Natasha when you would walk in there. But they would get my stuff done, whatever.
Thank you.
So I take the jacket in. I take it to her first. And she's like, oh, no, I cannot fix jacket. But I think he can fix jacket. So I give the man the jacket, right? And I tell him, all right, cool. All right, so then I'll be back for a week after you fix the jacket. Week goes by. Oh, I have not fixed jacket yet. And I'm like, okay, all right. Oh, no, we're getting to the to where he really deserves this. So another week goes by. And might have been 3 weeks now.
Nah, son, that's too long, bro.
But see, this is what happened. So I go
That's
in.
too long, bro.
But you know what it is? I had like a prior relationship with them.
Nah, son, that's
cool,
still too long, bro.
But I also had a lot of shit to do. All right, yes, I was probably being a little too permissive. But then here it is. So now it's like 3 weeks. I go in. And I'm like, I know this motherfucker has to have this jacket ready by now because, you walking into a situation, you talking to yourself.
Like this motherfucker better have my shit ready.
Right. So, I go in, and he still hasn't fixed the jacket.
Nah, son. That's straight violation.
So now, I'm like, so should I just take the jacket? Because it doesn't look like you're going to fix the jacket. He gives me this. Well, why do you need jacket now anyway? It's not even that cold. Like, motherfucker, did I ask you for a weather report?
Motherfucker, how dare you?
Are you Russian Al Roker? What?
Is that Russian?
Why is this happening?
My boy said, right.
Why is this happening?
How dare you?
Right. And not to mention the fact, you just assuming I'm some random motherfucker.
Right.
I have to fucking, at some point, be seen by Joe fucking Biden. Like, are you serious right now?
Right.
So, the lady sees money walking out the door.
And she's like, you dumb son of a...
And she's like, no, you guys, no. He's going to fix
No,
Jackie.
he's not. No, he's not.
And all this other shit. But really, so I said, all right, let it go. I came back. The jacket was fixed.
Nah, bro.
But now you want to be belligerent. I walk in. She's not there to calm him down. So now he's like, oh, the fighter is here. It's like, look, Drago.
Right. Look, look.
It's like, nah, we not doing this.
Look, Ivan, you might want to chill out for a second.
Right. And I have not been back since.
How dare you? First of all, 3 weeks? Son, you good. Because I done went in there and be like, bruh, I'm not paying you. I'm not doing none of that crap. The devil is a liar. You tripping. All right, so my how dare you moment. Without saying any names, of course.
Oh boy.
Of course, I was here at my favorite establishment.
That's Drink Lounge.
Drink Lounge.
Yes.
You know, I do my podcast here, 768 Franklin Avenue, Drink Lounge, best place ever. So, it's one of these days I was looking quite dapper, I must say. And a young lady came up to me and was like, you like me, right? Miss, I don't know you. So, long story short, we were sitting across the street from Drink, and she tells me, you don't want none of this female origins area? And I was like, what? And she's like, you don't want none of this? And I was like, I don't, what? And so she proceeds to put her vagina in my face. And so my question to you is, how dare you? I don't know you from a can of paint. You haven't even bought me dinner. You didn't even buy me a drink, but you're gonna put your vagina in my face. How dare, oh, and it got worse. Because then she turned around, I guess she said, I have to add my friend Mrs. Ass to the equation, and then proceeds to put her ass in my face and says, you don't want none of this ass either? How dare you? I don't even know you. So, ew. Just talking to my friend.
And I love you back, and I
you
feel
are
the same way.
Steven, like I said, he was one of the people, like when I first wanted to do the podcast, he pushed me. And that's what you need to have in your circle. People that's gonna push you and motivate you and make you do things that you never thought you would do. Take you out of your comfort zone. And he took me out of my comfort zone. Not in a bad way, but in an extraordinary way. So I will let you have, do you have any final thoughts you want people, any projects coming up, anything you want people to know about? Sorry.
Well, I know we touched on the serial killer series.
Right.
Part 3 is almost done. I'm giving you guys a little sneak peek of what the cover actually looks like there.
There you go.
My serial killer's got a little older now.
Oh, that's Kendra.
That's Kendra.
Oh, shit now. Oh, shit, Kendra. And she got locks? Oh, damn. Kendra coming for y'all ass. I'm here for it.
So that's coming out soon. Another collaborative effort with my friends Mark Abbott, Denise Tapscott, and Kirk Johnson from Beef, Wine, and Shenanigans. Final Hell is also getting ready to drop. Final Hell is based... So, Final Hell, that whole series started off with just me and Mark.
Okay.
And we did this thing called Hell at the Way Station. And the premise of that was literally 2 black horror writers walk into a bar.
We was talking about this too.
We'll talk about that a little bit. Yeah. And then what happens is we end up telling stories so that the bartender doesn't feed us to the demon Baphomet. It grows into Hell at Brooklyn Tea, and that's when Kirk jumps in and he brings... What's great about Kirk is Kirk knows African mythology like the back of his hand, and he approaches it in a very sword and sorcery kind of Ray Harryhausen kind of way. Okay. So it was nice to have his input on the second book, and the fourth we bringing in Denise And the funny thing about it is we use our real names as our characters.
Really?
Yeah.
So, okay, Steven.
So yeah, and we've given ourselves some powers, and it's like when we first did Hell at the Way Station, Mark kind of was the one who put together the very end or the final battle, and he kind of gave me some like he gave me hands, basically. You know what I'm saying? I was like, so I'm reading and we're editing and we're working this out, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I'm gonna have to get back in the gym because Katz is gonna be like, you know, you think you're a tough guy now, supernatural nigga, whatever the fuck, you know, and it's gonna be like, the fuck. So the thing is, the third one of those, as an individual and as a group, I got stuff happening, dropping this year, and we're very, very happy and enthusiastic and the whole thing about that. And my final word will attach to what you just said about having friends around who encourage you.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. It is very important to find your tribe.
Yes.
And if you are in a space where people aren't lifting you up, you are in the wrong space.
Absolutely.
So.
Wow.
That's my final thought.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can Google Steven. Like, you could just put in Steven Van Patten, and all of his stuff will come up. Because that's how I found out a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to know anything relating to Steven, just Google him. He's that good. My final thought is, life is precious. Love is kind. And God is a blessing. I don't know what else to say. That's like, so with that being said, this is No Chaser podcast. Steven Van Patten.
That's me.
Simone Ely. You know, I'm out here. No Chasers out here. We'll see you in 2 weeks. My final thought, like I said, you never know who you're sitting next to. You never know who will inspire you, and you never know what God has for you. So with that being said, as always, may peace be a blessing to everybody. This is No Chaser Podcast, and we signing out. See you in 2 weeks.